And we're back to waiting for mics.
Still waiting, dude.
Still waiting.
Just waiting.
Waiting on the world to change. And honestly, the world is changing.
You know who isn't waiting?
Who?
Clinton. Clinton is
boy.
at a mic. He's at a show.
He is doing a show currently. He is not waiting for a mic. He's at a show.
Show.
Is he getting paid for that show? Probably not, but...
Is he doing it? For show.
He's doing it for show. Yeah.
Is it the Congress one?
Yeah. It's right across the street right now.
2 feet away from him.
Yep. Couldn't postpone it.
He's actually just behind the camera.
He is...
The show's happening right there.
Clint, can you wave, bud?
Clint. Fuck.
He's busy telling funnies. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. But, yeah, so I know you were expecting to have a really quiet podcast, but it's going to be pretty raucous.
Yeah,
You know, we're going to interrupt each other the whole time.
I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, no, without Clint here, I think that we're probably going to talk a lot about sports,
Politics, U of A in particular.
how crazy the last Celtics game was, however long ago that was.
Who are they again? Is that a golf
idea.
team? Golf club?
Yeah, I think it's a golf club.
Golf club.
Out of Miami. Mm-hmm. Miami Golf Club.
Yeah. Sucks to be him. He could have talked about all this golf.
He would have loved it.
Yeah. That's what happens when you want to be a comedian, fellas.
Yeah.
You miss out on the good stuff.
You sell out the boys, dude.
Anyway, speaking of The Boys, I actually just started watching The Boys.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Have you watched The Boys?
No, I've not been, I've just not gotten into it, but...
It's, I'll tell you what, it's a good show, but highly oversold, I think.
Overrated.
It's I wouldn't say overrated, but it's like oversold. Like, it's a good show, but it's not what I was expecting it to be. It's basically like it's like a funnier Grey's Anatomy with superheroes. You know, like it's always
funnier
like,
Grey's Anatomy.
Like hide this secret from this person. Don't tell this person. Also, let's fucking just rocket launch a baby dolphin through a window. That'll be funny.
Yeah, that seemed to be the kitschy side of it. Was they were like, what if the fast guy ran into somebody? Mm-hmm. They would explode.
That was hilarious. That's the funny part. You know?
Yeah.
Just a fucking. It just looked like. Just somebody took a whole gallon of grape jelly and threw a grenade in it, and just it was pretty disgusting. But I will say this: Homelander in it, you know, the guy who's supposed to be Superman, he's an incredible actor. He is really good, and he is a fucking psychopath. That part's good, but like the rest of the show, you know, it becomes like, like let's see more lasers and shit. I want to see,
do more. Play to your base.
Yeah, I want to see more slicing people up.
Less of the Chicken Man intimidating people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, the Chicken Man. I'm on season 1. What's the Chicken Man?
I can't remember his name from Breaking Bad, but Los
Oh
Pollos
yeah,
Hermanos?
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's in there being intimidating.
Yeah, I just got. I'm like 15 minutes into the first episode of season 2. And he's not in it. So far, he was in the last episode of season 1, and you realize he's the dude pulling the strings on all the superheroes. And I don't know. Homelander likes mommy's milk. I don't know.
Yeah, that's really, really creepy.
Call it what you want, you know, but whatever.
This is Connor's weird time to admit that that's his fantasy also.
I got to tell you, I was getting like quarter-chubs in places I wasn't expecting, so there is that. Not specifically on the mommy's milk one, but like there were certain parts where I was like, I'm actually interested in this, so this is cool.
Nice.
Yeah, like when that... And the names of the superheroes are absolutely ridiculous. A-Train... You know, like the fast guy, his name is A-Train. You know, and like, could you make like a more stereotypical, like, what would a black guy name his superhero name? Call me A-Train, baby. There's a girl who just has claws on her forearms, and she's called Pop Claw. So just very unimaginative, you know. But that girl, she ends up killing her landlord. Because she's trying to get away with not paying rent.
Who hasn't been there?
Yeah, I know. And so she seduces him, and again, who hasn't been there, seduces him and does this weird, like, superhero bad guy fantasy on him, and then tells him to lay on the floor, and then starts riding his face and is like, "Eat my asshole, eat my asshole," and then squeezes his head, and the top of his head explodes off.
Oh, pretty tight.
And that's one of the parts where I'm like, "Ooh, quarter-chub, didn't know I was,
didn't know I wanted my head crushed.
Didn't know I wanted that." Well, I kind of did. I kind of knew that a little bit.
I was like, respectfully, Connor, I know that you know.
I know you know. I know you know.
We know each other pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, what things have I not said on the podcast? I was kind of hoping for a quicker answer on that, but
no, I was just rolling through. I was like, you've never told a story about how your dad was proud of you. Never told a story about like a really genuine connection with your older brother.
My mind just went blank. What?
Never told a story about like a well-maintained home.
I don't like how you said home. Home. Dissociation.
Yeah.
Can you say that first word there, buddy? Under where it says verb. Gerund? Or
Gerund, a present.
Oh, I thought I was reading the definition of it. Yeah. What's that? A form that is derived from a verb, but that functions as a noun.
Gerund.
In English. Gerund. Oh, both you fuckers were wrong.
No, yeah.
Gerund.
Gerund. What is this, World War I?
G. It's got a G, dude. Yeah.
It does have...
It's World War II.
Mobby dog.
I just wanted to throw it back at you.
Now I know where your buttons are, and it's World Wars.
Don't you dare mispronounce rifles in front of me.
Disassociate.
Yeah. So what? Who doesn't dissociate? All right. Who doesn't?
It's a skill more than anything.
It really is.
Honest.
You really gotta. You kind of have to. You gotta flex the muscle. They're like thigh muscles, and you gotta squeeze them.
Yeah. Sometimes.
On my head.
Yeah. And then, fun fact is that you can think about that while dissociating.
Brother, I don't think I want to dissociate for that. I think I want to be present.
I want to be right
for
there, dude.
every second of that, buddy. Shit. Yeah. I don't know, but The Boys it's a pretty cool show.
Yeah, I will admit I saw on YouTube or whatnot a few things about the source material, not about the show itself, and I will admit it got to a point where they kept talking about how all the heroes were doing orgies and whatnot, and I was like, I just don't know if this is for me.
Yeah, there's like certain parts of it that make me not like uncomfortable, but just like so annoyed. Like the like everybody being what's the fucking word? Platitudes. A word associated with the word platitudes. Just fake. He's just gonna be pulling up definitions.
Yeah, I was like,
this whole
the
time.
word associated with platitude.
No, but like when somebody when they use like overly complicated language to seem smarter,
Okay. Yeah.
What's the definition
like
of that?
Pretentious?
Yes, they're like overly pretentious about things. Like
Right.
the scenes where and I get that they're obviously doing their job because they're with the show, the producers and the directors and the writers are doing the job with the show because they're making you hate them so much because they're so pretentious.
Unlikable.
And then you see how they are when the cameras are off on the show and you're just like, oh God. But I think it's like so visceral and you hate it so much because you're like, this is kind of metaphorical, not really for superheroes, but kind of like people in Congress and like actors and all this
Anybody
bullshit.
who's got their hot air blown up their ass.
Yeah. And so, it's because I see myself in them and I don't like it.
It's because I see my need for the spotlight.
Because I want to be Homelander.
I want to murder him with my eyes.
I know. Did the scenes where he just takes down a plane filled with 120 people and goes, sorry, I couldn't control my laser eyes. You guys are on your own. They're like, what? No. And he's like, bye. It's like, ew. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. He plays that part really well. He is the best actor on that show. He really is. Yeah.
Wasn't he also Anthony Starr? He was in a show where maybe he didn't, he wasn't a neo-Nazi cop, but like maybe he was buddies with a neo-Nazi cop.
I can see that happening with him in real life. Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the show, but there's a show where I think either he or like his good friend.
Can you go to the tab right there, movies and shows? It's on top there. Movies and shows. Let's see. Banshee, Cobweb, The Covenant.
I think it might be Banshee.
No, I've never seen that. I've never heard of that. He was in The World's Fastest Indian?
Which, oddly enough, about a motorcycle.
He play the guy chasing the Indian?
The Indian is the motorcycle. It's not.
Yes, of course.
Because I think that's Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, like I really wanted to go. Homelander on this guy. My girlfriend and I, we went to. We were looking for a movie to go to a few days ago, and we wanted to go see. What the fuck did we even see? I don't even remember. The movie's not even important. But what happened? So we went to Roadhouse, and Roadhouse is one of the. It's the fancy theater where you can like order food at your seat. You can get drinks and stuff like that.
Draft House.
And and so we can. Ty, you're too on it right now.
Ty,
you don't need
go
to
back
do
a few weeks. Wait, was it this week or last week?
What's that?
When you went to the movie?
It was 2 days ago.
2 days ago. Okay.
Yes.
So did you see Inside Out 2?
Oh yeah. Fuck. We saw A Quiet Place Day 1.
Oh, okay, cool.
So my girlfriend and I, we love the Quiet Place movies. We think they're cool. We like the story. But that's not important. So we were there, and we're getting through the previews, and the guy comes up to us, he's like, "Hey guys, welcome to Roadhouse. You ever been here before?" And we're like, "Yeah, we have. Can I get you something to eat?" And we're like, "Nah, can we just get a couple of waters?" And he was like, "Okay, cool." And all of the previews go through, and we are 10 minutes into the movie, and we still don't have waters. We're just like, God damn it, you know? And I'm like annoyed because it's like, it's just 2 waters. Yeah, it's just 2 waters.
They should have it right there.
And I go up to the counter, and it's like all the fucking like 20-year-old kids just running around back there. And I talked to one of the guys who has a bandana on his head, and I go, "Hey man, can I get a couple of waters?" And he goes, "Define couple." And I go, "What?" I'd like right to his. I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Define a couple." And I'm not even exaggerating. I just went like 2, dude.
You're like 2, 3 if you're lucky. I don't know.
What? I'm like 2, dude. And I said it just like that because it was so like, what are you doing? Like, why would you do that? Why would you make me define that to you? You know? And he gives me 2 waters, and it's those shitty plastic movie theater, like the kind that you get at like a 50s diner, you know, and you steal it from there. You know, and one of the cups was I would steal it from. I have stolen
I've stolen
cups from a 50s diner, Little Anthony's. But one of the cups had a crack all the way down the side, and I was like, I'm such a shithead. I'm just like, "Hey, can I? That one has a crack in it. Can I get another one?" And he does it like cocktail style, and he slides it across the counter when he's done with it. And I'm like, "Ugh, dude." And I'm just thinking, like, why would you say that to a customer? Why would you go, "Can you define that for me?" A couple has always and has never meant anything other than 2.
No, but the better point though is that if he had really wanted to close the distance between what you were asking, if he was unsure, which I don't believe he was.
No, he had a bandana on. He didn't give a fuck.
He knows what he's doing.
He's
got a fucking bandana on. No, but if he wanted to cut the distance between those 2 points, right, with him not understanding exactly what you meant by a couple and getting you what you want, he would have said, "So 2?" And then you would have gone, "Yeah,
yes.
2.
This is exactly, I talked with Audrey about this, and she said,
"Yeah,
if he was a normal person, he would have done what everybody would do and go, okay, so 2. And then if my definition of a couple is different, I'll tell you if it's different."
Exactly.
He made me feel like I'm living in a fucking alternate universe.
Dude, that's fucking shitty. and I have a very similar thing.
Really?
Just we'll put it on the back burner for right now.
Put a pin in it.
But holy God, yeah, I hate that when people like when you're clearly just trying to be a normal person with someone, and they just put a roadblock in for no reason.
Yeah, and it was so because like imagine the situation too, like. It's been a loud movie theater, shit's going on. It's A Quiet Place Part 2.
Right.
My senses are all fucked up. And I'm coming out of the theater. I'm not looking at anybody in the eye. And I'm like, let me just get these fucking waters. I'm annoyed. And I get up there. I'm like, hey, it's 2 water. Like, literally, like, I just woke up and I'm going to Circle K to get some Zins. I'm like, give me 3 of the things. And then they have to ask you a question. I'm like, did I not fucking say this loud enough? Like, I'm like, can I get a couple waters, please? Can you define a couple? No. No,
I'm not going to.
I won't. You know why?
How about no?
Because my dad had this same conversation with my older brother when we were much younger. My brother, he always thought that a couple meant 2 or 3. And my dad, I remember this conversation so vividly, like set him straight, like, no, that is incorrect. A couple means 2. Like must have been 10 or 11 years old and just treating him like you're a 30-year-old. You should know this by now.
Right.
He's like, it's 2. And I don't know what made you think a couple is more than 2, but that's kind of stupid, Landon.
Well, so that's just the thing though, is like in modern parlance, they have to say.
I don't like that you said that just now. I'm sorry.
No, sorry.
I'm fired up and I'm taking it out on you.
As the weirdos are saying now, if it's a
parlance.
Yeah, I said it right. No, but so nowadays,
it's a very word-heavy podcast.
Nowadays, for whatever reason, people are being fucking weirdos, and they're trying to justify having all these weird relationship types, and they'll say thruple,
yes,
meaning 3, i.e., a couple is not 3.
Thank you. Yes, that is absolutely correct. That is such a good point. God damn it, dude. That is such a good point. Because thruple implies 3, which also implies a couple must 2.
Not mean 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So, wait, you ready for this?
Yes, I am ready for this.
We were in, Catherine and I, in Phoenix.
Catherine?
And we're trying to, just going to go to a coffee shop and grab, something.
Coffee?
Yeah,
per
coffee.
chance?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Catherine goes up and she asks this John Lennon looking motherfucker behind the gate. It's like, hey, can I get a latte? No bullshit. This guy looks straight back at her and he goes, liquid or bean?
What?
And she goes, what? Just like you did there. She's like, what? And he goes,
what could that possibly mean?
Liquid or bean?
It says it again.
Yeah. The exact same thing again. And I'm like, I'm sitting there and I was like, I'm going to jump across this fucking counter.
I hate that they think that the what is like, I did not hear you. Can you say it again?
Yeah. And it clearly.
The what is always explain what the fuck you mean.
Also, latte is French for fucking milk. So liquid or bean, milk doesn't come in fucking beans, dude.
Fuck. So what did he mean by liquid or bean?
He thought that she asked for a coffee, and the place also sold bags of coffee, like coffee beans. And so he was like, liquid or bean to, can I get a coffee? But she didn't even say that. She said, can I get a latte?
So this guy thinks that coffee and latte are interchangeable.
Yeah.
That's interesting,
Which
dude.
he also apparently thought that no one could possibly have illustrated the difference between a drink and the ingredients to make the drink when they came up to the counter and asked him if she wanted a fucking bunch of coffee beans. She would have picked up the bag of fucking coffee beans that was right next to her. She wanted a latte, and so that's what she said. And oh my God, I lost my mind.
Dude. Nobody's coming up to the counter being like, I want a latte, but I don't want it made just yet. Like I want the things that you use to make the latte.
Can you
but
give
do you have a bag of lattes?
Do you have a bag of beans and a bag of milk and a bag of hot water?
I know that you don't normally put milk in bags, but if you could just make this one little adjustment for me.
Just pivot a little. God. What's wrong with you?
Just do this one thing for me and I will be forever grateful.
God,
I'll buy you a latte sometime.
It got me so fired up. Like, because why the fuck would she have meant coffee beans?
Like, I don't know, dude. It's weird because, you're right. This situation is literally identical. It's like, I think it's because of social media. I do think it's like a bigger problem. I think it's because of social media. Everybody has inadvertently created their own universe of where this is all the definitions of things. And, if somebody asks me, I'm not going to go based off of the social understanding of what is this definition. I'm going to go off of what I know the definition is, and I'm going to impose it on you.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what fucking Latte Boy did. It's exactly what Couple Boy did.
Yeah, it's exactly the type of person.
Fuck, dude, I'm so fired up.
Dude, I know. We might have to fight Ty. I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna have to fight somebody. But yeah, it's the same thing actually. Oh, god damn it. I could keep rolling on this thing.
Keep going, dude. Keep going. We don't have anything else.
So in Texas.
Mm-hmm. Tejas for non-English speakers.
Tejas. There's a large grocery chain called HEB.
Preacher brother.
Or, if you're in a hurry, Heb.
Heb.
The Heb.
But definitely don't call it Heb because...
No, because you don't want to do that.
You don't want to upset the owners of HEB.
No confirm there.
Let's be honest.
So, again, I'm with Catherine, and we are... we're at like an urgent care getting like cold medicine. We thought it might be COVID, but it wasn't. Mm-hmm. And so they were just like, here's some flu meds and whatnot. Where do you want to pick up the prescription? And Catherine, normally, she goes, there's a Heb on, Slaughter. And the woman goes, a what?
That is out of context, that is like a crazy, what you think is a phrase, a Heb on Slaughter? What? Like, what does that mean?
But, okay. But if you're from...
I'm sorry to interrupt, but keep going.
No. Because you're right. But, like, also, we were maybe 1,000 feet from the Heb on Slaughter. We could see it from the goddamn window.
Stone's throw away.
And she goes, a what? And then Catherine's like, there's an HEB. It's the grocery store. There's an HEB on Slaughter and whatever. And the woman was like, oh, HEB.
Oh.
And I was like, you could have fucking figured that one out.
Yeah, you could have.
Also, based on, like, if you had said on, like, she gave the crossroads, and she said, there's a Heb there. And then if you had just been a person who lives in the area, which clearly this person was, you're like, oh, okay.
I'm getting Blondie vibes from this girl. Or maybe you're maybe you're just representing her that way. It just seems like a 25-year-old, like, oh, Austin? I love Austin.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I love Austin so much. I sucked this guy's dick in the back of a Heb before. It was like the Heb on Slaughter.
Have you been to the mothership?
Have you ever been to a mothership? Oh my God, they like take your face there and everything. It was a good time.
I had to put my phone in a bag.
I got kicked out because I was heckling.
I just said that he wasn't funny. God.
I had to leave. They were being so unfair to me.
I had 3 tequila sodas and I was a problem.
It's not usually a problem for me, but it's a problem that night. All right. So.
No.
So the Heb on Slaughter lady.
It's Heb on Slaughter. Actually, this happened to me also. I had an ear infection once in California because I don't know why I have when I go in the ocean, water stays in my ears and then I get ear infections.
Because you were a clam in a past life.
Yes,
and you're trying to make a pearl in your brain.
So I went to Dude, that's what I'm doing, dude. I'm trying to make pearls in my brains.
Your ancient instincts are kicking in.
I was like, preserve it.
Take it
Take
in.
it.
Don't reject it.
But so I'm at this. It's in LA proper. It's actually probably like it's not a Rite Aid. What do they have? A CVS maybe, or a Walgreens, like a Minute Clinic,
yeah,
something like that. I'm there, and then because I had passed I'd passed like a pharmacy to get there to this place, and they were like, "Oh, where do you want the prescription thing sent to?" And I was like, "Oh, I think that there's," and for whatever reason, I got it caught up in my mind that I was like, "Oh, there's like a Rite Aid or like a CVS or something. It's on," and I to this day I don't remember the exact streets, but I was like, "It's on such and such and such, and these two streets, like Koreatown." And the woman looked at me. She's like, "Where?" And I was like, I looked back at her, and I was like, "This street and this street." And she's like, "What city?" And I was like,
the one we're in?
I was like, "The city we're in." I was like, LA. She's like, "But what did you say?" I was like, "Koreatown." It's like the name of the neighborhood that. And she's like, "Oh, no one's ever said that before." And I was like, "Well, actually, I got it from somewhere."
You know what kind of people you hang out with, lady. I think they're mostly white.
It was just so crazy that she was like, "No one said that before." I was like, I just made it up.
So
that I saw a Korean person.
So she went her whole life, which I'm assuming is about 25 years, without ever 22 years.
Yeah.
10 years without ever hearing 8 years. She was an 8-year-old behind. She was an 8-year-old at the pharmacy
tech.
So, I'm sorry, nobody's ever said Koreatown to me.
No, yeah.
Never hearing Koreatown.
Here's the thing, is that we were so close. Like I can't remember exactly where this thing was, but like I turned off like 2 streets. Like it may still have been in what people generally consider Koreatown. This thing, and she was like, "What do you mean?"
So she's in Koreatown and doesn't know what that is.
Doesn't know what the fuck it is. And I was like,
interesting.
And again, I'm not saying that you would have to or anything like that, but it's just a little weird that I gave you the streets and then said it, and then you looked at me like I was being an asshole.
Ty, I think there might be multiple Koreatowns.
I think if you, just Koreatown, LA.
That is really reductive of you, Ty.
Yeah, just the first thing that popped up.
Koreatown, LA. The guide to Koreatown in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Yeah. So
see, it's
perfect. I fucking
there are only Korean cops there.
It is a perfectly descriptive. It's on Google Maps.
There's little Bangladesh.
It's not like I made this up. It's on like. I swear to God, it's a real shit thing. Like, nobody is confused.
That's really funny, dude. There's Gangnam Station. Whoop, a Gangnam Style. There's Gangnam Station. There's Little Bangladesh. And then literally right down the street is Original Tommy's World Famous Hamburgers. God, LA, such a beautiful place, huh?
LA sucks.
Yeah. How many homeless people will stab you on the way to there? A lot. Oh, MacArthur Park. I've heard of that in movies.
Yeah, LA is the worst. But,
yeah, LA is a terrible dog shit town.
But yeah, I
terrible town.
Yeah,
not a good place. You don't ever want to breathe the air there.
But literally anybody who had lived in LA.
Yeah, or if you live in LA, like if you've seen any movie which all comes out of LA, you've heard the term Koreatown in at least one action movie.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense that
at the very least you could hear that. Everyone's heard the term Chinatown. You'd be like, oh, they have a Chinatown? They must have a Koreatown too. You know?
It's weird. One time my band was on tour there back when like weed was newly legal out there.
Yeah.
And no one knew that weed was legal. We were like trying to get someone to buy us weed at a store.
What?
And everyone we would like just, people at bars and shit, they'd be like, what? I'd be like, weed is legal here. Like, why?
That makes sense, though, because everybody is not from there. Everybody is from out of town coming to LA.
But it was weird how no one knew what we were talking about.
Well, because it is a cocaine and heroin town.
LA is...
Am I wrong, though? I mean...
Is a cocaine town.
Yeah, it's a coke town.
I mean,
sure.
The West Coast, or California in general, is a weed place.
That's what I mean. It's like I just think
Yeah.
people are really stupid. There's a lot of people, so there's got to be a lot of stupid people.
There are a lot
Absolutely.
of stupid people.
I think lowest IQ per capita is LA. It's got to be, dude.
Well, like honestly, it would be the same as if
It's just a ton of people going, define a couple and the latte, you want liquid or bean?
liquid or bean.
Oh my God, dude, liquid or bean must be
dude.
happening so often in LA. It's happening to everywhere, creating a bunch of Lex freakouts.
Dude, I'm gonna lose my.
Oh my God. Dude, you're too quick draw on the. You're getting a little crazy with the Google today, Ty. Liquid or bean latte? What's your bean choice for milky beverages like latte? I don't like how they said like latte. They didn't say like a latte. They said like latte. I know it's just a run of the mill typo, but fuck typos. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, the boys. I've been watching The Boys. I'm
You've been watching Boys.
Hey, we're not delving into that. So I've been watching The Boys, and I'm trying to like write a new bit right now. And I was thinking today, because I went to Chipotle, and I've been thinking like when I was a kid, everybody wanted to be a superhero when they're a kid, right? Like you had a favorite superhero. When I was a kid, I wanted to be the Hulk, obviously, because
you're a fucking big old boy, dude.
Because wait, did you say I fuck big old boys? I'm insecure now.
God damn it! I said you are. I tried to give you a compliment. You fucking little calf piece of shit.
Yeah, dude. Dude, put a pin in that. Put a pin in that, dude, because I have a fucking gripe with my girlfriend right now. Dude, she's been getting on me about my calves, dude.
Really?
Okay, so
wait, you finish your point.
Anyway,
now.
so and I was trying to come up with a bit, and I was like, you know who the fucking real heroes are, dude? The people, like the 15% of Chipotle employees that know very well that you just got triple chicken, and they will tell the cashier that you got triple chicken, but conveniently leave out that you got queso. Those are the real heroes, dude.
Dude, I
amazing.
Don't get me started on fucking Chipotle
They
wars.
save you $7.50 with leaving out one stroke of a Sharpie, dude.
Dude,
Nope.
I
two.
love, and there was so in Austin on Guadalupe. There's a
Guadalupe,
like next to campus. There's a Chipotle, and there is a lady there. I don't know if she's still there. It's been a little bit since I've been there, but there was a lady there who blatantly she would look right at that little red tent that meant double meat. They put the little thing there. She'd slide it back over. Not write it down at all. Dude, this lady was my fucking guy.
She was your angel, dude. I love the image of no, get that out of here.
She would take it and be like, cool, slide it back over and just write C on the burrito and push it down.
Yep.
She saved me, no bullshit, hundreds of dollars.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. She is inadvertently causing such high inflation with the entire world.
I got queso on that fucking burrito.
You got queso on that burrito, dude.
But they put the red tent because that's more money.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the red tent is more money.
Or you know what I mean, tent, like that little plastic
the little
thing.
cone thing or little fucking stand. Yeah, dude. I love them. I love those, but like you never know who it is because the turnover at Chipotle is so ridiculous.
It's crazy.
And there's like one hero that eventually turns over to the dark side and they've been with the company too long.
They're a shift manager.
Yep.
And you're like, fuck.
They start charging you for everything. They get with the program.
Dude,
I don't like that.
Can I just put this out there publicly? And it's going to be a major misstep in my life mentioning this. Young women working at Chipotle, if they're the last person to, like, if they're the person who writes it or tells the cashier,
right? If they're the second spot,
they will fuck your world up.
Explain.
They're like, this is double chicken, and they'll like anal retentive. They'll be like, what was put on this burrito?
Right, like look them in the eyes. But this was triple chicken with queso. Don't forget, this is double steak.
And then,
double steak. I didn't write it. It's double steak.
The person I've been there where it's like a 20-year-old woman who passes the burrito down and doesn't write on it because she's just telling the person. She goes like, double chicken queso burrito. And the guy just goes, okay, chicken burrito queso. And she goes, no, double chicken.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
second correction.
oh.
I hate that, dude. And inside, you're smiling. You're like,
I'm like,
but inside you're like, you fucking bitch.
I'll never come here again.
God damn it.
I'll go to the other Chipotle.
But they do the same shit. It's the same shit. It's cool for like 3 weeks, and then they wise up and they're like, we've given this guy enough free shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, like, I think that's what they do. I think they like hire employees that really like are like fight the system type people, but then the fucking corporation just gets to them and they're like, this is our plan. Because if you think about it, it is a solid fucking move to, like, if you recognize a new person, just be like, don't charge them for that scoop.
Yeah, just be like, hey.
And then all of a sudden they're coming there like twice a week, 3 times a week, never getting charged for the second scoop.
And they feel a little indebted to you after a while. When you charge them the first time, they're not gonna pipe
Of
up.
course.
Because they're like, I had a good run.
Corporate gets to them, and then corporate gets to you, the customer.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you're just another fucking cog in the machine, and you're paying
for it every
$20
time.
fucking dollars for a goddamn bowl.
Dude,
It's so ridiculous.
Truly, I think that there was one time that I paid like $16 for a burrito, and I was like, I'll never come. I was like, this is actually, and it's the time that I stopped going. I was like, yeah, I was like, I can't, because I can't justify to myself and to my wife what I'm like. She's like, you spent $16 on a burrito for lunch. You make burritos and freeze them at home. We have them in the freezer. And you bought one for $16? And I was like, damn it.
I think the most charming thing about that whole thing is that you and your wife discuss your purchases of the day, which my girlfriend and I never do. I'm like, oh, you just bought 7 new books costing a total of $170? You do you, babe. I love you.
And that's the thing is you do you for sure. But it was just like it's usually like month end, you're going over shit and you're like, oh yeah, because they stack up.
Like, oh yeah, that Thursday was crazy. I did spend $16 on a burrito.
Well, but then that's the thing though, is that it doesn't happen once. It's like you've been spending $10 on a burrito or $9 or whatever, for like 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And then the $16 one is the last one on the statement and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
And you're looking at it, I was like, I'm not going to spend that much.
All of your Chipotle purchases for the month. You're like, this has got to stop.
Yeah, and you look at them and you're like, yeah, I can't keep doing this.
I was doing that for a while. I was like looking at, I was going over in my Chase app, I was looking over my statements and everything, every single thing that I purchased. And I'm like, whew, this is tough to justify. Because when you, like, if you actually want to get better with your money and you like put it in front of yourself, it is really stark. Like how dark a person's bank account is.
No,
when you put like, I have spent $242 at bars this month.
Yeah, I
have spent $242 at Chipotle this month, and then I've spent like this much on gas and all that. You're like, I got a pretty big gas problem here,
dude.
I was thinking what the problem is. I'm spending too much money on gas. I think that's what it is.
I will say that like going from doing like, I guess doing mics like 3-4 times a night, or not times a night, times a week.
Dude. Yeah.
And then looking at it, and I was like, oh, I had to create a line item in my budget that was like open mics. I was like, and then I was like, yeah, actually, just eliminating that saves us like so much fucking money.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I remember that was. I think it was. I was a line item, as you call it. I was like going over bars, eating out, gas stations specifically, not just gas, but gas stations. All the little accoutrements you buy, like a protein bar, bag of chips, Zins, all of that stuff. And 1 month, my bar line item was the highest. And I was like, this is terrible, dude. This is so bad. Financial audit. Checklist. And I was like, this is so bad. Like, I can't do this. And that's when I actually started limiting myself 2 drinks a night.
Yeah.
Because I had to. I've seen this guy, Caleb Hammer.
Yeah. Ty, I know who this guy is. Also, that's my literal job. I know how to do it for myself. I don't need this fucking alternate reality me with curly hair telling me what to do.
They're very entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Dude, they are, except after a while, like, it's just him being like, yeah, you spent this on a car load?
Yeah.
And you're like, for fuck,
that
dude.
That was a pretty good impression.
Yeah, I've watched a ton of these.
Yeah, but he's got a formula and it's working.
No,
he does the scream
really does.
And boom, the clicks go up.
He goes, taquitos.
Taquitos.
And taquitos, just anytime you go into the gas station and buy the nonsense, like you were saying. There was one guy who he would be like, "What are you spending $5 at Quick Trip?" And he goes, "Taquitos." And he's like, 3 times a day, taquitos? And actually, I think it's
shit.
I think it's that one that's 41-year-old refuses to get a job. I think that's the one where he goes, you get taquitos. He goes, taquitos. That was pretty early on too. Like, this guy has had a meteoric rise.
It's good for him.
It's been great
Look
to see.
At all those views.
No, this
good
guy is fucking cranking it.
I do love him. I do condone him completely talking down to dumb bitches, women. Sorry, I don't use that term.
No, this guy is great.
That one actually right in the middle. If you go down, that one looks just like you.
Did you see the Hans Kim one?
Yeah, dude.
He talks to Hans Kim.
Yeah, he had Hans Kim on because this guy's in Austin.
He makes a lot of money.
It's so funny. Yeah, Hans Kim
does?
Hand over fist.
Damn, dude.
But he had a thing where I think it's something like his parents are still paying for his like health insurance or something like that.
Hans Kim?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Caleb's like, oh, well, why don't you, like, call him, figure it out? And he goes, calling your mom's pretty gay.
It is
Hans Kim,
gay.
dead face, looks at him and he's like, nah, that's gay.
Yeah, calling your mom kind of sucks. No, he's got a point. He does have a point. I don't call my mom ever. I wait for her to call me because that's her job.
If you want to know what's going on, you call me.
But this whole calf thing, dude, I gotta
Oh yeah, you got.
I gotta talk to you
What's
about
up
this
about
calf thing because, like, look, I know that I don't have the biggest calves. I know that. But
yeah, you got fucking John Jones calves.
I have John Jones calves, which means I have speedy calves. I don't have strength calves. All right.
Yeah.
I got calves for a sprinter, but I also don't have the feet for a sprinter because I got size 14 feet and they're very elongated. I'm like
what are you, fucking duck?
I'm like the swamp thing, dude.
Flop, flop,
yeah, flap, flap, flap. I'm like I'm wearing flippers all the time. She took a picture of me at the gym, and I wish I had it so I could show you guys, but it was me doing. I was doing the machine where it's like the bar and you're bent over. It's called T-bar rows. I'm just pretending like I don't know what it is, so you guys don't feel bad. And I'm doing the bent over T-bars, and I'm in like full retracted position, and you can see my calves, and my arms are so much bigger than my calves in that picture, and
right.
it actually distracted me from my workout for a solid 10 minutes where I couldn't concentrate. I was like, there's no fucking way my calves are this small, dude. There's no, like, she took a picture just being like the focus was on my butt. She was being cute, and she was like, look at your butt. You got a cute butt, like girlfriends do. Like, you got a cute butt. And
you're like, well, I mean,
I got a cute butt.
I got a pretty dumper.
It's a pretty dumpy, dude. It's a pretty dumpy. And she was like, look at your butt, and I was like, there's no way my calves are that big. And she's like, I mean, you do have small calves. And I'm like, babe, what? I mean,
babe, what the tits?
And it's so bad. Like, there's no like. You know how you look at a guy and you can see like the quad and then like the knee comes in and then boom, calf. It would look just knee to calf. Knee and calf were just one solid thing. And I was like, there's no fucking way. It's got to be angle or something. I still haven't figured out this mystery, but.
Have you, and don't get mad when I say this.
Sorry.
Have you thought about getting fat?
I've been there a couple times.
Because the calf game improves.
Yeah, the fatter you get.
Yeah,
I have seen that.
They like oddly enough, if you find a pretty heavy set person, their calves are like fucking kegs.
Leg game is always on point with fat people, dude.
Yeah,
it really is. Yeah,
I mean, look at me. Fucking, you can see my calves.
No,
flexing through my
bulging.
jeans.
They're bulging.
It's crazy.
For sure. Big bulges on this guy. I always say.
In the lower leg area, not where it counts.
And upper. It's actually just a Bud Light in his pants.
Is that a Bud Light in your pocket, or?
No, he's just happy to see you because he has a Bud Light in his pants.
Because you brought a Bud Light with him.
Because he brought a Bud Light. But I train calves twice a week.
Is that really?
I train calves twice a week.
Like calf
actually
raises on the machine.
Do calf raises. I do the
do you do dumbbell
seated calf raises
okay.
and the standing ones with the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
And just nothing, dude. Like, and I regret to say this. This is like the biggest they've ever been.
You're also, I mean, this is, I assume, only a compliment. You're long as fuck.
I am very long. Yeah.
So your range of motion.
I'm a long boy, dude.
Yeah, and your like muscle, you'd have to put on so much more than, like, if you were like 5'7", 5'8".
Mm-hmm. Like if you squish me down, squish my muscles down.
Well, yeah, your range of motion wouldn't be, or would be so much less, so that you'd pack on a ton of muscle.
Yeah, I could stack on the gains, dude, for sure.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
But when
totally.
you're so spread out, it doesn't look like much.
Yeah, when you're built like like all your limbs are giraffe necks, it doesn't really work out the way you want it to.
Yeah, you're like oh geez, what's the Fantastic Four guy?
Mr. Fantastic?
Sure.
The
Is he the stretchy boy? Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you for calling me Mr. Fantastic. I appreciate that. But what it implies, I don't appreciate.
Yeah, you're a nerd with gray hair.
Fuck, dude. Hit me in all my insecurities. Oh. No, dude, oh, shit. My eyeball just got. Sorry. Whew. Ooh, the calf gods are smiting me.
Yeah, it's hubris.
It is a lot of hubris. I know. Clint is right on that point. I am a very egocentric person. I am. I try to keep it
huge piece of shit.
Huge piece. I am like Homelander, the Homelander of the podcast. I am a psycho. But yeah, dude, I couldn't help but think of my calves like the rest of my gym session. It really deterred me from making the rest of my gains that day. Yeah.
That's a problem.
I know that like the fans of the show, because they are aplenty,
all 30, yeah.
all of you guys, and I know you're really being left on a cliffhanger because you don't see the picture, but if you could see this picture, you'd be like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I mean, I know you see me every day, but you know.
No, yeah. Who was it? Was it Stephanie?
Mm-hmm. Yep, martini glass with an olive on top.
Martini glass with an olive. You V down and then you fucking stick from there.
I've never escaped from that, dude. Never escaped from that. I train my legs every week too. Pretty heavy, I might add. Just wanted to throw that in there so that people know I am training heavy, and training lightly. But yeah, dude, it just the legs. They're just I don't know. I think what it was, I have a theory about this. It's actually nerve damage from needles being placed in my shoulders and in my buttocks. That's what I think.
That's why your calves are so small?
Well, it's why my legs don't grow and why my hip joints hurt so much and why my shoulder joints hurt so much. Because it's not so much the knees, not so much the ankles, it's hips and shoulders. And whenever I would shoot it up, I would always do in 1 week, because I would do it twice a week. I would do one cheek, one shoulder, and then the next week one cheek, one shoulder. Cross it up, make sure it was even.
But wouldn't you think that? Well, I don't know how it works, but wouldn't you think that you're injecting it particularly into large muscle groups?
Well, at the time, they weren't large muscle groups.
Well, but when I say large muscle, I mean for your body, your butt and your calves and your, what you said, back?
No, just shoulders.
Oh, shoulders.
Shoulders and glutes.
Oh, okay.
That's where I would. Mm-hmm. That's the sound it made too.
And of course, you were sanitizing those.
I was shooting up with a squirt gun. So stupid.
Now you're just cranking lip pillows, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's enough about me. I'll say this last thing I'll say about me, but I felt pretty proud of myself because I was in the gym yesterday. I did a back and chest crossover, and on the incline bench press, I surprised myself. I wasn't going to do chest yesterday. I was just going to do back, and I threw on 185 pounds. It's a 45 and the 25 for you laymen out there. Got 3 reps, and I was like, okay, I feel pretty good about that. I'm going to try 200 of 1 rep. And then I put the 200 on. I'm getting cranked up, listening to some, Metallica or something, whatever that band is. I don't know that band at all. Or like some, I don't know, Lamb of God or something. And I get down 200, 1 up. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna go for a second one. Down, up, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go for a third one. Get the third one up, and I'm like, I'm invincible, dude. I'm invincible. I'm hopping back on steroids. I'm doing it immediately.
Throw on some Mastodon. We're doing
Mastodon. Yeah, but I felt really good about that, dude. I felt like...
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Felt powerful. Felt like I really miss testosterone. I really miss it.
Dude, I know I say this every 18 or so months. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get jacked.
You've said that exactly 3 times. 3 times as long as I've known you.
This time it's going to work.
I'm going to do it, I promise. I swear to God, dude. I'm really thinking about it.
Dude, it's going to be tight. I'm going to fucking dig as fuck.
I think you should, man. I think it would do you a world of good, even if it was just like you just go in and do some buys and tries and get the fuck out of there.
Dude, I will say buys not so impressive. Tries, I'll pull down a fucking truck, dude. Mm-hmm. I got some fucking tries on this bitch.
You got some strong tries. You got some
get away from me, dude.
Yeah, you're a good pusher.
Yeah, well, okay, so that is how I designed, and we don't have to get too far into this, but that is how
if you want. I talked about my body for 20 minutes.
That is how I designed workout things in the past, where I would be like push muscles, pull muscles, and legs.
Yeah, that's typical.
Okay, yeah, I thought that was normal, but okay. Yeah, that's why. But also, push muscles were my favorite, so I did chest and tries every day.
Yes,
fucking never did.
It is good because you know why? Because those are your ego muscles. Those are the muscles that you see in the mirror when you're looking right at yourself. Your push muscles, you can see your chest. You can see all the things that you're doing to them, and the triceps is what gives you the width of your arms.
Yeah, that's what expands your arms.
Yes,
which is nice.
Yeah, that's also how I train too. Is like just chest and arms all the time. Never did anything else. I would do calves like once every 3 months, and then I looked at like a picture of my back one time. I'm like, ooh, that's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah, but I think that you probably do have some good I'm gonna be honest. You got a lot of clay to chip away, but
yeah, no shit, dude.
But.
Dude, fucking, you're telling me 10 and a half or
the statue
11
of
years?
David you got underneath that, dude.
11 years of BLs every day doesn't give me...
It's going to be to die for. Catherine is going to be thrilled with you. She will be. It's like, what did you do with the Mussolini that I fell in love with? You put this statue of David in front of me. I don't know what to do.
What the fuck is that, dude? Yeah, dude.
He was the only fat, famous dude I could think of.
Dude, I'm hoping to go. I'm hoping to go from Chris Pratt, Parks and Rec season 1 to like Guardians of the Galaxy, Chris Pratt.
Yes,
yeah.
You can do it, dude.
Steroids.
Yeah, it's steroids. He said it was just not drinking beer, which
honestly, it probably
would help a lot.
It would help a lot. Honestly, not drinking beer and then just working out, because I saw him in Guardians of the Galaxy. You can do that naturally. It's the Chris Hemsworths. It's the Thors. You cannot do that
for
naturally.
Sure. No, I want to. Christ, what's a good? Have you ever seen like a Channing Tatum between movies?
I have.
That's the shit I'm going for.
I have.
That's my ideal, dude. Ty, can you pull that up?
You mean extra number 3? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm looking actually maybe also like maybe like a Vin Diesel on a boat.
Oh my God, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm looking for that.
Leaning over the balcony, smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, let's go. Vin Diesel on a boat.
Yeah, can you please look up Vin Diesel on a boat?
Hey, I promise that's what I'm going for. Vin Diesel on a boat. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like that's doable for me.
That's just fat.
Yes,
but no, he's got like
Ty.
arm. He's got like chest and arm definition, but he's still a fat
Ty. What you're missing is that this is a less fat.
That's like lifetime fat. Look at that belly.
Yeah, but
that's rock hard.
That's between. I think.
Dude, I love the one where he's holding the bottom like he's pregnant.
I think this is between Furious 7 and Fate of the 8.
But you know what I mean? Where I like I think I could probably get more chest.
Oh, look at that in the middle of munching right there.
Yeah, getting nauseous,
not a good look, dude. Oh, it's so bad.
Especially with his like bald head because his ears look like a fucking seal.
Oh my God. And then he's still got a fucking 10 for a wife. Dad bod. He's not taking care of that kid.
No,
that was a low blow. I'm sorry about that.
That's what I mean, where it's like he's got that picture's a good point where you can still see he has like arm and chest muscle definition.
Honestly, I think that is just beer weight right
but
there.
A great big bell.
Yeah. He's got a big old belly. See, what is crazy about that is because if you scroll back up, you can see, go back down a little bit. That picture right underneath. Yeah, right there. He has awesome arms right there. He does still have good arms. He's just got the fucking. He's just got
he's just rocking. Dude, that's
the belly.
3 weeks of lasagna.
See, the picture that I was thinking of is the one directly below that one where he's smoking that cig.
Yeah.
That's the one that I was thinking of, and I'm like, dude, he's thinking, he's like, what the fuck did I get myself into? He's like, we got a contract for 13 Fast and the Furious movies, but we're gonna pay $100 million.
Damn it.
He's like,
these kids are going to community college.
God, he literally looks like he is going to be in junior 2. Thank you. Thank you. That was a well-deserved laugh.
That's fantastic. Yeah. For those of you unaware, look up Junior. Great film.
It looks like a prosthetic pregnant belly.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like. You literally see like his ribs right there. It looks like the prosthetic stretching.
Well, so that's the thing is that like this is clearly a dude who has a ton of muscle, and then has just let it go.
Yeah.
So like the muscle is being like pushed out and whatnot by the bloat.
Yeah.
But it's so extreme because there's so much muscle.
Yeah.
There.
By the way, if you give Vin Diesel a bouffant haircut, that's exactly what my dad looks like. Precisely Todd. It's exactly what my dad looks like. If you give him like a nice little like brushed up, with the fucking suave hairspray in the maroon bottle, the
interesting. Again, I've only met your dad the once.
Bouffant.
I thought he had a flat top.
It's flat top esque. Yeah, it's adjacent to that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was almost like because my dad ended the military family, because my grandpa was military.
This is what your dad's hair looks like.
No, that's Dolly Parton.
That's can you look up dude bouffant? I mean, come on. No, because my dad and my grandpa was bald by the time in the 50s. He was bald in the 50s. But it must have been like that's a little ridiculous. But like you see fucking
maybe I'm
David
Beckham.
David Beckham right there. Maybe I'm thinking of Pompadour, but
yeah, you are thinking of Pompadour.
Dude, that if I were to be like, Dad, I'm gonna go as you for Halloween, I would do the fucking James Dean right there. I would do that to parody my dad. That's so ridiculous. But yeah, my dad has had the same hairstyle ever since I've known him, which you got to give the man credit for, discipline,
I'll give your dad that.
Yeah. And it's a nice hairdo, there's nothing wrong with his
classic,
hairdo.
Longer on top, shorter on the sides.
It never goes out of style. I would argue that it has gone out of style. He says it hasn't gone out of style. I think it's just because he likes consistency in his life.
Well, the like normal male haircut, and by normal, if you just Google normal haircut, men.
Yeah. It's a very Google heavy podcast. I like it. We don't have to ride
or
on
hairstyle.
We don't have to ride on our notes. We just have Ty.
Yeah, normal haircut, man. It is longer on the top. You push it over. There's a little on the side that you brush down.
Yes.
That's the every haircut is basically a variation.
It's a variation of that. It's a
Well, that's
variation.
Pharrell
It's a variation of Pharrell's haircut.
No, yeah, the one that your cursor's over right now.
No, that was more Connor in high school. Was Pharrell's haircut?
But yeah, if you look at that, or the black and white picture all the way over to the just above that, that's like
Perfect.
the like American standard haircut.
I think it was also German for a while.
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean,
oh, dude, yeah, the Edgar. No que maca. Dude, that's so crazy. That if you stop moving, those two right there with the tatted hand and the one to the right, it literally looks like that dude reaching over and grabbing his face.
He's like, "Let me line you up, dude.
Let me line you up, bro."
Dude.
But yeah, I think I've finally hit a couple years ago after COVID when like I lost my mind and I just started shaving my hair.
Right.
I finally just decided to go with this traditional dude haircut.
Right.
You know, just like little comb over, little style in the front, kind of blend the sides and fade it in. Looks
out.
nice, dude.
Yeah, it's a classic for a reason.
I'm gonna have that till I'm 70, dude.
Yeah,
And then I'm gonna grow it out and then start selling people mushrooms.
Maybe
not that.
That's a little rough.
That's a little gross,
especially
dude.
because that's a white individual.
That is a white.
Oh wait, dude, green shirt, right under the cursor. Hell yeah, dude.
Bro. Yeah, he looks like Bob's Burgers come to life.
Dude, that Edgar mullet, that's the best.
Dude, it's so gross. It's so gnarly.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah. Well, the only thing left to talk about is politics, and you better take the lead on this one, bud.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
we can get into this. We can. Okay, we're good on that, Ty. Thank you very much. It's very hair heavy.
Yeah, a very hair heavy conversation.
Yes.
No, it's just fucking insane. Like, aside from
what's going on with the actual boys?
Aside from how anybody feels about the policies or whatnot, it's insane that we had a guy get his ear clipped off, and then 2 or less than a week later, we have the other guy that's been running for the last however long just be like, deuces, mount.
Yeah, which, if you think about, because I feel like life goes by so fast, you don't really notice, like there's this weird perception of time. You know, we're going to look back on that and go like, wait, so Trump got his ear shot off. And then a week later, less than a week later, Biden's like, all right, I'm out.
He's like, I like both my ears. I'm going to go.
Yeah, it seems a little too weird. It seems like, again, tinfoil hat, like
super convenient.
Manufactured.
Well, also, it seems super convenient that all this, like, everybody for months, if not years, has been like, this Biden guy's fucked. Like, there's no way. And then it just so happens that right after the RNC, like right after the Republicans are like, okay, these are our guys, they go, actually, we're going to change it up. You're like, well...
It's literally like 3-card Monty's like,
yeah, they're like, well, we're going to change it.
That's what it is, dude. They got something planned with Kamala. I don't know what they're doing. I bet they're either going to try to... I think what they're doing is they're trying to... I think they're workshopping Kamala to people in like focus groups right now. And they're like, but what if we put Michelle Obama in here? You know? And then they're like, well, we have Michelle Obama at home. And then they put Kamala right there. Like, well, what about this Michelle Obama?
Are you trying to tell me that you think that Kamala Harris is dollar store Michelle Obama?
No, I'm just saying I think Michelle Obama would be a better fit because we do need a strong black male in the office again.
God damn it. I thought with Clint here we wouldn't have this goddamn...
I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. No. We don't need Big Mike. We don't need Big Mike.
Dude, it is crazy that it's the second picture when you Google that.
But No, dude, it is very it's fucking odd, dude, because I don't like that it's making me a person who has wanted to be politically inactive ever since I became the age to be politically active.
Right.
It's making me like become interested in it because it's like I got that kind of brain where I just want to be like something ain't right here, like the pieces ain't fitting, you know? And because I'm a puzzle guy and I like figuring out the pieces to the puzzle, you know? And the fact that Trump gets his ear shot off and then there's weirdness going on with the supposed shooter. And I don't even like that I'm saying supposed shooter.
What do you mean supposed?
Yeah. There's a video, a blurry video, I might add, of a black dot on the water tower that somebody caught a video of. There's a black dot on the top of a water tower, and you can see like it move past, you know, like the little centerpiece of a water tower or whatever. You could see like a little black shadow right there, and then it moved right back after you hear the shots.
Oh, so
yeah,
you're thinking
because
there's multiple shooters.
I'm hearing that up to 8 people actually got hit instead of 3. You know,
that wouldn't surprise me. There'd be only one angle that you could. No, actually, never mind. There's almost no chance that if you were shooting at Trump, that you wouldn't hit somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's got just a backdrop of people.
Yeah, there's people all around, in front and back, to the sides. Also, though, can we talk about real quick? The guy was what did they land on? 110 yards, 120
it was
yards away?
150.
150?
Something around there, yeah.
If you, respectfully, I just want to put this out there. If you are prone, laying down, and you can't make that shot, you're a fucking pussy. It's crazy.
Well, from the photos, we could tell he was indeed a pussy.
No, okay.
Except we all found out that he was about that life.
I'm
dude.
saying, okay, that's the wrong thing to say, but I just mean it feels almost impossible to miss that shot.
Yeah, especially if you're prone, you're not moving. There's like, I don't know, it looked like there was very little wind drag.
Honestly, the wind wouldn't even matter that close.
Yeah. That'll push it, what, maybe like a millimeter off or something like that?
Not even, again. So,
and this is a man who knows his firearms.
So the bullet's going 1,200 or so
feet per second,
if not faster, maybe even 3,600 feet per second, depending on what type. Because I don't know if they've identified the type of weapon. But at the same time,
it was a Garand used in World War I.
They caught him when it went ping when he ran out of rounds.
Yeah, that what is it? A 5-round magazine or some shit like that?
No, but again, so. You're 150 yards away. You're 300. So it should get there in less than a third of a second. Mm-hmm. The bullet should be where you
want it to be. Yeah.
The fact that he missed is so crazy.
Yeah. But again, we got to talk about the reason that he missed, though. Okay. I'm not saying like, oh, he actually was a good shot if Trump just hadn't moved his head. I'm not saying any of that at all. I'm just saying the one and only reason that he missed is because he moved his head at the last second. Just a little.
Legitimately, he went, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
He's like, ow, my ear. My ear hurts. That moment right there, he's like, I don't know.
What a loud mosquito.
It's just so much shit, dude, because so the lady that was in charge, I don't know if you heard this, Ty, but the lady that was in charge of the Secret Service is dead. That lady's dead.
How convenient.
She's not dead. Wasn't she just testifying in front of Congress?
Yeah, that lady is dead.
No, she's not.
Look it up.
It's like
Secret Service lady dead.
It's like something Cheadle.
Don Cheadle?
No,
was Don Cheadle leading this? Was War Machine leading the Secret Service?
Yeah. He pulled the trigger. Kimberly Cheadle. That's it. I don't think she's dead.
No, it's a black lady, I think.
Yeah. Wait, what?
No, somebody in the Senate or Congress or what the fuck ever who is like the director of the Secret Service or something like that is dead.
Okay, it's
I saw it on Instagram. I know it's true.
But the lady that's been in front of Congress, Kimberly Cheadle, this woman,
she's not.
That's
dead.
not her.
No,
yeah, okay.
No.
I was like, she's fine.
Google this. A black lady is dead. I'm kidding. All right. I'm stupid. No. Ty, don't look that up. It's a joke.
Sound guy. What are you doing?
All right. We need a clap. Sound guy.
You can't just Google everything.
You got a bad sound guy this time, dude. A terrible sound guy edit, dude.
The sound guy.
He's like got the Ron Burgundy of sound guys. I'm Ron
Whatever
Burgundy.
you put on the teleprompter, he will read.
But yeah, so again, that probably isn't true. I don't know. I saw some shit on Instagram, but like there's all these fucking things that are happening. Trump getting shot. Weirdness with like the shooter. You know, they knew about him for minutes. They told the cops, they told the police not to canvass.
Climbing up.
Yeah, they told the cops, they told the Secret Service not to worry about the shed that he got up on top of, not to place somebody on top of the water tower. They lined his Secret Service with, I'm not saying all women are incompetent, but these women were incompetent. Especially the one who looked like she looked like Princess Leia in the later Star Wars movies. Yeah, and she couldn't get her gun back in the fucking holster. That's the lady you want.
The funniest video that I've seen is the like Suburban or whatever that Trump was in, pulling up to the presumably the hospital or whatever, and this like Secret Service lady getting out, and I can't, like, I'm not shitting you at all. She gets out, she walks forward as like he's rushed away. She's not involved in it at all. She's just sort of standing guard next to the Suburban. And then it's like a minute later, after she's just standing around, she just pulls her gun out. You're like, what are you doing?
I think I know what you're talking about. I don't think she pulls her gun out. I think she, in like the commotion, she's like trying to get him in the Suburban.
No, this is later. Like this isn't even at the shooting site. This is, she rolled with them, and then for whatever reason, she's standing outside in her suit, you know, with her glasses on.
So weird.
And then she just pulls the gun out, and you're like, fucking put it away. Like,
I'm never going to see action again. I'm pulling it out.
She's like, also, wait a second.
I don't know how to put this back in.
Wait, yeah, can you do like Trump hospital, Secret Service, pulls her gun out?
Yeah, Trump hospital, Secret Service lady.
Oh, yeah.
The first one right there? Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. This lady, she's standing around, again, not doing shit. She just sees guys with guns. I'm going to pull my gun out.
I know, it's the step back and then pulling the gun out.
What are you doing?
You know what she did, dude? She saw all the other dudes like, well, they have their weapons unholstered.
They have long guns.
But they have, they have semi-automatic rifles. She's like, well, my gun is
I should pull my gun out.
My gun's kind of like a semi-automatic rifle.
Lady, calm down. Like, this doesn't involve you at all.
Dude, think of how so stoked those people in the waiting room are for Trump, too.
Yeah,
like, it's like, people literally like with crazy illnesses and like a fucking torn rotator cuff and then like all this shit and like a dude who's there to get like dialysis and shit. And then Trump
my livers are failing.
My ear, they're the greatest ears, but we got to get this
I heard
fixed.
it go by. It went whiz bang.
It went whiz bang. It was crazy. It was like, well, I was just waiting to get my chemotherapy treatment, and then President Trump came in and got his ear bandaged.
I've been looking
with
at
a giant silly bandage.
Yeah, actually, the bandage on his ear looks so goofy because
it did look goofy.
I mean, dude, just
looked a little ridiculous.
They clipped
So
your ear.
I'll give the libs that. It did look pretty fucking ridiculous.
It looked super
a little
ridiculous.
showy, but also he did get shot in the ear.
Yeah, you can't.
And then there was that too. There was like the Republican side of the news, which was kind of just they were emotionally reporting what did happen, and then the liberal side of the news was just like it's crazy. Like people thought they heard shots go off, they didn't hear anything.
Dude, actually, that's the funniest thing.
Weird, dude.
Is that so many places? I don't even remember exactly. I think it was like the Washington Post and a few others released like full articles that were like prankster unleashes fireworks near Trump convention. People freak out.
It's just so
And then
crazy.
you're like, well, people were shot, and they were like, they had to delete them. Like,
Yeah.
it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, the immediate response was like, oh, like these people were acting crazy, and you're like, no, they were being shot at.
I know. That's wild, dude. They're like gaslighting their viewers into thinking that Trump is like overreacting or that Republicans overreact.
Yeah,
which traditionally seems like a liberal thing to do.
Yep. It was funny because I think there was an actual thing that like an actual article that was like how hilarious is it that Trump dives under it was like Trump dives under podium at sound of firecrackers or something like that.
So
and
wild.
you're like, what?
That's crazy. Because I remember feeling so cool about this too. Audrey and I, we had dinner at Oban downtown. It was just me and her, me and the lady. And we heard this like loud explosion, and I could tell that it was like a firework going off, probably down in that tunnel right there where it echoes. Right. Because I haven't been around guns that much, but I've been around guns enough to know like what gunfire sounds like, what automatic gunfire sounds like, what like a pistol round sounds like. I kind of know that much.
Sure.
And she was like, "What was that? Was that a gunshot?" And I was like, "No, babe. It was probably a firework." So, being there, and also a rally full of Republicans, you think they don't know what a fucking gunshot sounds like?
And that's the funny thing is that
they all
the day of, there were people who were like, "Oh yeah, no, that sounded like X, Y, or Z."
Like this gun specifically.
Yeah, like there was a guy. I think he's a Pennsylvania like state senator who like he sat there and he was just like they ducked right away, and he was like, "Oh, I think that's a 223." And then his wife was like, "Yeah, probably."
Even the ladies.
They were both sitting there like, "Oh yeah, that's that makes a lot of sense."
Definitely a 223. Now you can hear it goes whiz bang like that when it gets shot in the ear. Whiz bang. Yeah, dude. I don't know. It's crazy shit. I don't know. I think. Do you think Biden's dead? Do you think he's dead?
Hey, sound guy, is Biden dead?
I don't know.
Yeah. What do you think about this?
I haven't seen him, right? It's
Real quick, sound guy, could you Google, is Biden dead?
Is Biden dead?
No one's seen him in a bit.
Is our dearly beloved president dead? I hope that he's not dead, and I hope that they're not hiding this.
Oh wait, is that the lady that jacked off her date?
Lauren Boebert?
Isn't this the lady that like jacked off her date in a movie?
What?
Google that.
Who was her date? Pee Wee Herman?
No, like just a guy that she was interested in. I think they went to a movie and she...
So she did to a guy what a lot of first date ladies do to their guys?
Well, yeah,
Nice.
but...
Oh, she definitely did.
Nice.
Wait, can you go back up to that footage shows Boebert and her date fiddling with each other's privates at Beetlejuice
the musical.
It wasn't even Beetlejuice.
Dude,
It was Beetlejuice the musical.
Dude, she turned to her date and she was like, boner, boner, boner.
Give me that Beetlejuice. Give me that Beetlejuice. Laura Boebert jerk off. What is with you? You're fucking Googling. Your Googling is madness, dude. Oh, wait. This is actually, yes,
shit.
Dude.
Wait, homie is going to town. That's crazy.
Yes. Oh, wait. I thought we were going to see. Oh yeah, dude. He's
getting in there, and so is she.
He's bobbing.
Wait a second.
He's bobbing her Berts, dude. She's got big Boberts. Look at those Boberts, dude. He's got giant Boberts.
just referring to whatever you want as Boberts is so funny.
It's like Squanch.
It's
from
like
Rick
Squanch.
and Morty. It's like Squanch. Those Boberts. Oh, dude, that is highly unfortunate, but also like, who hasn't done that in a movie theater?
No, obviously, like, good for them, but
yeah, but also you got to, dude, look at those fucking Boberts.
wait,
dude.
also
look out Pelosi, dude.
Is her date? Is her date manhandling the security, being like, "Hey, those are my Boberts.
Those are my Boberts. Don't you touch those." God, dude. She is, she's got that look going for her. Very nice. Very nice.
The sound guy said, nice.
Yep, very nice. That is unfortunate for her. But, she does. Also, why was there a camera perfectly fixed?
That's actually a great point.
Are there cameras in all movie theaters?
Also, this was a musical.
Yeah, musical.
This is a play.
But still, like, even in just a theater, like, are there cameras
Yeah,
like
I
that
don't know.
in the
There
Rialto?
shouldn't be.
Oh, there are? Oh, okay. Well, they need to know they need to read the room.
Am I to believe that you've been jacked off at the Rialto?
No, not the Rialto.
The Fox, yes.
The Fox, most definitely. No, I think the last time I think was when I was like 16, and we went to go see Angels and Demons with Tom Hanks,
dude.
and we didn't watch a lick of it. I think we actually left early out like one of the emergency exits, and we're like, "Whoa, no way, this is here!" And then we went and made out in the park behind Park Place Mall.
I have such disappointment you didn't thoroughly enjoy a movie about Tom Hanks getting to the bottom of
I didn't watch that movie.
Papal-
I didn't watch that movie again until I was like 22.
about a scheme to steal the papacy.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think that all this this Biden shit is kind of weird too.
Papacy.
I said it right. You don't have to keep checking me. Papacy.
The office or authority of the Pope.
Yeah, the Popehood.
The tenure of office of a Pope. Ooh.
Yeah, all this nonsense is.
Yeah, it is very
It's
weird.
just it's. I don't know. I don't know how you felt in like 2015, leading into the 2016 election,
I remember it very vividly.
where everything just felt like it got fucking crazy for a little bit.
That's exactly where it
what
all
they're
turned
doing
upside
again,
down.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, God damn it! Just
It's like Trump getting elected the first time.
yeah, truly, and it's crazy that the past 3 elections he's run, and people still haven't just calmed the fuck down about it.
Well,
Whether
they
you
did- they
hate
did
him
for
or
a
whether you
little
love
while.
him.
They did for a little while, I think around 2022 to 2023, and then it ramped back up like very recently in the past 6 to 8 months.
Well, that's just my thing where I'm like, hate him, I don't give a shit, but like, but at the same time, don't treat him like this is a crazy thing. It's just another guy running for president.
It's just another
It
guy.
doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. Dude, I don't get it, dude. Like I remember it 2015 to 2016. I remember there was a bunch of like liberal stuff happening. It was when at Starbucks they were making a big fuss about a guy in New York. There were 2 black gentlemen that came and sat down in a Starbucks in New York, and one of the employees told them that they had to leave because they hadn't bought anything. Right. Now, I don't know the whole story because so many years removed. It's like 9 years ago. But in response to that, they fired the guy, and they started coming out. It was just when they started doing the stickers on all the cups instead of writing on the cups. They came out with a sticker that said "Race Together," and race implying race. And they were encouraging Starbucks employees to start conversations with people of color, which is what you're supposed to call them now. I just called them black people. They were encouraging conversations just to start talking to a black person about, like, why are you black? Like that, that kind of shit.
That's so crazy that you...
Yeah, and we had to... They were like trying to force this on us, and everyone... Well, you can guess, all the white people were like, no, dude, we're not doing that.
Wait.
Why would we do that?
Is this... Okay, so as I understand this right now, just from this 2-second, explanation that I've gotten, am I supposed to believe that Starbucks correctly assume that
that was my face, by the way. That was my face. I was like, had to get punched in the face by another black guy today.
They correctly assumed that all of their customer base and people making the coffee were white people, and that they had to try to reach out.
It was a way to increase diversity. It was a way to basically make black people feel comfortable in Starbucks, basically to get black people's money. Because I think what they found out from all that is like, what do you mean? Black people aren't spending their money here at Starbucks? No, of course not.
Well, yeah, I'm like, what did...
Dumb Starbucks. Yeah, dude, it was just a very uncomfortable thing. And they had those black stickers right there that said "Race Together." I remember that. And I absolutely refused to do that because it felt so wrong, felt so weird. Well, I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Why?
Dude.
Well, I guess my point still is like, why not just treat everybody that comes into the store with respect, and then...
That's what we did, unless they were homeless. We were like, get the fuck out.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Dude, I treated homeless people like shit when they came in there, dude. This was like before there were rules about this. Like, if they stepped foot in there, I'd be like, get out.
Dude, actually, real quick, story time.
Ooh, I like this.
Catherine and I were at a restaurant recently. Like, we got breakfast. And, with breakfast, they're like, oh, okay, do you want, like, toast and hash browns? Mm-hmm. And then, like, there's no fucking way you're eating all those hash browns and that toast.
Mm-hmm. But of course you are.
No. But, like, by the time that we're set to leave, there was a homeless couple that came into this place to be like, oh, they're going to get breakfast. But then, like, the moment that we looked at them, we're like, you're clearly wearing, like, tattered things. Your face is dirty. We're like, who, like, thought this was a good idea to sit you at the table next to us? And then the lady that turned to me...
This was very recently, right?
Literally, like, this weekend.
Oh. Damn. I was like, was this before they knew, or...
No, like this lady and the person that she came in with, super homeless.
Ultra homeless. Mega homeless.
They came in and they sat them right next to us as we were, like, waiting for our check. And the lady, I don't have a better way to say it other than, like, when people get, like, meth jaw?
Yeah.
Where it's that, like, quivering, like...
Yeah.
So she had that, and she turned to me and she's like, are you guys going to finish that? Like, referring to our plates on our table. And I was just like,
Jesus, Ty, what the fuck, man?
I turned to her.
Focus.
I turned to her and I was like, oh no, like, we're leaving. And then she, like, walks over, like, or, like, leans over to, like, try to grab the plates. And Catherine, again, thinking on her feet way better than I did, was just like, oh, we'll be out in a second. Just give us a second. And she's like this lady goes, oh, okay. And, like, goes back to being
homeless,
high over in the corner.
Being homeless and high.
And then we pay, I like fill out the receipt and we leave. And as we're leaving, the lady went over to the, like, like the
host stand?
The host stand, like the prep station, where she started grabbing silverware and, like, rolls of silverware. Yeah. And then, like, went to sit back down. And then the guy was like, hey, that's already on your table. What are you doing? And she's like, no, like, what are you talking about? I'm not doing anything wrong. And then goes back to our table, picks up our food, like the hash browns that I didn't finish and whatever, and walks it over to her table. And then our waitress, after she's, like, walking past us to go pick up the check, to like input it.
Yeah.
She just goes, they're grabbing the food off the table. And this guy was like, yeah, I mean, and then we just left. We were like, oh, fuck, we got to get out of here. Like,
yeah, I mean,
he's like, you guys gotta, and then we're like, I don't care if they gotta go. Like, because we're sitting there, we're like, yeah, you could, I mean, to us, we're like, yeah, take our food, but just leave us alone for a second. Like, but I mean, why the fuck did this guy, he walked these clearly homeless people back and sat them next to us.
I think that's like the typical move now, though, is like, it's the one chance thing. It's like the benefit of the doubt right off the bat. It's like maybe they're not going to do what they're clearly going to do. And then they do it, and they're like, God damn it, fool me once, Gotta get out.
You gotta get out.
Gotta go.
They had to go before.
Gotta go. I remember I almost started a fight with a homeless guy in full green apron at Starbucks because I almost shoved my hand on his dirty fucking heroin needle. So I went into the bathroom and I was doing the trash. I was doing the trash and stuff, and I don't know what the fuck just happened right there. My meth. I was doing the trash in the bathroom, and this guy who just, mega homeless.
Right.
He's got like just the backpack with the straps all the way out, and there's so much shit packed into it. He looks like a fifth grader trying to be cool.
Right.
And he's just like leaning over, dirty clothes and everything. I'm like, this dude clearly uses our bathroom for heroin. I go in the bathroom, and my typical move is like put my hand down in there to like push the trash down.
Ooh.
And they actually have trash stampers now because of that, because so many people from Starbucks were getting their hands jabbed with dirty needles.
Yeah.
So they gave us like trash compactors, which is basically just a non-suctioning plunger. And so I did that. I almost did that, and I was like so mad. I was like, motherfucker, heroin needle with the cap off, just right on top, and I'm like, and I go out there as he's walking out the door. I'm like, you motherfucker, I almost put my goddamn hand on your dirty fucking heroin needle. Get the fuck out. Don't ever come back here. And I like pushed him out the door. I was like, get the fuck out of here, you motherfucker. And you know what? I saw him the next day. Came right back, dude.
He didn't give a shit about you.
Didn't give a shit, dude. They did not care.
Dude,
didn't care.
That fucking sucks balls.
Yep.
Hey, Ty, can you go ahead and Google Kiefer Sutherland tackling a Christmas tree? The video just makes me happy.
Oh, it does make me so happy. I didn't realize that he was in the movie Pompeii. Does a really good old school British accent.
I don't think I saw it.
It's basically like Gladiator for Fast and Furious fans.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like a sped up, more oiled up version of Gladiator. With Vesuvius in the background. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, it's gonna
get that volume up.
Hey, Keith, you a pirate, man. That would explain everything.
So long as we're going for core values, I just figured we'd end with that.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right.
Second time you've done that.
That
he has no idea.
Ty
Ty has no idea.
For a very long time, that used to be the way we ended every episode.
Yes.
Was just like, I think we have one more clip, and then
for a solid 40 episodes, I think we use Kiefer Sutherland.
Our friend Randall, who did crack.
I forgot. Crackhead Randy.
Yeah, I was like, you remember Crackhead Randall? Like,
I do.
But yeah, we would go. Actually, we called him Sally at the time.
Can you pull up?
We were like, "Hey, Sally, I think we have one more clip," and then he would play that clip, and then we would head out.
Yes, we did not give him the credit he deserved. He was kind of like the Jason Newsted to our podcast. He was the Metallica bassist.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway,